Hey guys, Dr. Kyle Loveless here. Today I want to teach you about duck eggs versus chicken eggs, okay? And this is really over the past probably 5 years, I've really made that switch from chicken to duck. And I've loved eggs. I've eaten eggs most of my life. Even when I was in the unhealthy way of life, I would eat probably 6 to 7 eggs a day, just trying to, for bodybuilding and wanting to get bigger and all those things. But I was eating very unhealthy eggs, and it really wreaked havoc on my health. And so as I started to get healthier, I started to research more, as I started doing more testing with patients, I realized that a lot of people have food sensitivities or food allergies to chicken eggs, and create an IgG response, which creates inflammation. And I know for me, someone who had psoriasis, had irritable bowel syndrome growing up, had a lot of acne as well. When I finally made that shift from chicken to duck eggs, that was, I think, one of my biggest changes, that and taking black pepper out of my diet after doing a food allergy test, that finally after, I probably went about 10 years of eating healthy, really clean, non-inflammatory, all the stuff that I teach. But once I took out chicken eggs, which are very healthy for you in terms of their content and nutrients value and all that stuff, and I was eating free-range organic eggs, and when I shifted from chicken eggs and taking black pepper out, I'll just throw that one in there as well, and into duck eggs, my psoriasis finally went away. And it's because my body was creating an immune response to it every day. So it was creating this constant inflammatory response, which led to an autoimmune response called psoriasis. So if you're someone out there with psoriasis, I highly recommend shifting. But here's not just because a lot of people are allergic to it, there's actually more nutritional value in duck eggs. They are harder to find, but there's more nutritional value in them. And really cost-wise, they're similar in that a duck egg's bigger than a chicken egg, so you take less eggs to eat. But I'm going to talk about the nutritional value. So let's talk about the vitamin value. So I got this pulled up here on my computer, but let's go through B vitamins. So just thiamine, riboflavin, niacin. You got thiamine, which is B1, that's 0.156 in a duck egg versus 0.062. You got 0.4 versus 0.5 for riboflavin, so I'm going duck versus chicken. Niacin's 0.2 versus 0.07. Vitamin B6, 0.25 versus 0.13. So just a lot more B vitamins in general. Folate, right? This is a big one, 80 to 47. You got omega-3 fatty acids, which is about almost 3 times the amount of omega-3 fatty acids in duck eggs versus chicken eggs. More vitamin A, 1,328 per 100 grams of vitamin A versus 635. So you're almost doubling your you're more than doubling, your vitamin A count in duck eggs versus chicken eggs. And vitamin A is very crucial for our skin, for our eyes, just a lot of the functions, liver health in general. Acne is actually one of the main things they use to help people with acne, is actually vitamin A or retinol at high doses, which I don't agree with, but that's one of the things that helps get rid of acne. So vitamin A is actually one of the things a lot of people are deficient in. Calcium increase, 64 versus 49, more calcium in duck eggs, more iron, more magnesium, 17 to 10. That's a huge difference. So a lot of us are deficient in minerals. One of the things I put most patients on is some sort of mineral, multi-mineral, or at least electrolytes, or at least a minimum of a pinch of sea salt in their water a day, because we're so depleted in minerals. One, our food's more depleted in minerals than it's ever been before because of the soil. Number two, we're stressed, which depletes our body in minerals. Number three, we drink a lot of caffeine. And four, alcohol. You put all these things together and you're depleting your minerals in your body, and it's leading to a lot of health issues, actually, believe it or not. A lot of heart issues, cramping issues, and just overall hormones in general. So you got zinc, copper, both higher in duck eggs. Everything is higher in duck eggs. Selenium, you got 36 to 30. We know with psoriasis and other skin issues, low levels of selenium, or taking selenium supplements, has shown to be very effective. And then there's more protein in a duck egg versus a chicken egg. You also have more cholesterol. And I know some people say, oh, I can't have more cholesterol. Well, that's been debunked years ago. So cholesterol is actually extremely healthy for you, and the more cholesterol in your egg, the better. That actually is going to, you can't produce cortisol, which is your stress hormone. You can't produce estrogen. You can't produce testosterone, any of those things without cholesterol. Cholesterol is one of the main parts of our brain. Our cell wall is held together by cholesterol. So don't veer away from cholesterol. Even the American Heart Association, which I disagree with wholly almost everything, because I think they're more of a company or whatever working for lobby and things like that, than they are health. But in general, they finally came back and said you can have your yolks again. Well, here's what I say to that. You were making so many people sick by taking yolks out of your chicken eggs or your eggs in general, because one, it's nutrient dense. It's tons of good healthy fats in there, tons of good things in there. But number two, it comes together. There's certain things in the yolk that help you digest the white. And you know what? Eggs are actually the most bioavailable food. They're actually, when it comes to amino acid or the protein breakup, it's one of the easiest proteins for our body to digest. Way better than whey protein. So if you're a bodybuilder, eggs are the way to go. Way better than whey protein. Way better than your pea proteins or your hemp proteins. It's the most bioavailable type. Now, I'm not saying go to GNC and get your egg white protein. Again, you need the entire egg. So I'm a big fan of the Rocky style post-workout. Crack an egg in your cup, drink it down. And I know you think I'm gonna get salmonella, but that's like a 1 in a million chance. Plus, if it's a healthy egg, that typically isn't gonna happen. So, not saying you have to do that, that's just what I like to do. But 884 to 425 milligrams for cholesterol. Big difference, double the cholesterol. You're doubling most of your good stuff in there. So I highly recommend making the shift. And I don't have ducks, I don't have like investment in duck egg stock or anything. It sounds like I do. I'm pushing pretty hard here for you guys to shift. But I think especially if you have an autoimmune disease, you want to reduce as much inflammation on your gut as possible. And so if you're eating something daily, maybe you haven't had testing, but a good majority of people have this egg white and egg yolk protein on their food allergy list when they come back to our office. And so if you're eating something daily that's creating inflammation in your body or regularly, then it's going to affect you. So I would say take the chicken eggs out and move over to duck eggs. And the coolest part is, actually, one of the things I'm going to recommend is do this daily, right? Eat duck eggs every single day. No matter what your health issue is, no matter what you're trying to cure or get rid of, add duck eggs into your daily thing. And I'm going to talk about maybe I'll do a video on scrambling versus over easy or medium, whatever the different terms are there. But your yolk, instead of breaking that yolk down and scrambling it, cook it like an over easy or a medium to where that yolk is still runny. That's going to be the healthiest way to actually eat your duck eggs as well. Or you can do it Rocky style and just gulp them down. So anyways, hey guys, subscribe to the channel. If you like this video, please say so and comment and share. How do you cook your duck eggs? Have you tried duck eggs versus chicken eggs? And I guarantee I'm gonna get comments about turkey eggs, about what are the other ones? I had somebody talk to me about ostrich eggs. What else? Quail. Quail eggs are cool, but they're just too small. So I don't have time for that. It's seriously, it took forever and they fall apart and they're like leathery and you're trying to tear them open. Yeah. But yeah, make sure you like this video and hey, thanks so much for watching and we'll talk to you next time.